Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I am going to show you how I made this Valentine's Day wreath using materials from Dollar Tree. For this wreath you're going to need one wreath ring or wreath form from Dollar Tree, and this is the 14-inch wreath form, and I know mine is gold. That store just happened to have gold ones. They're normally green. You'll need some ribbon with wire for a bow. You're going to need some pipe cleaners, and you'll want to cut them in half. And you're going to need 7 rolls of this mesh. I call it snowy mesh. I don't know what the correct name of it is, but I just call it snowy mesh. So 7 rolls, and then you'll need some heart glitter picks. And this is 6-inch mesh. You're going to take your mesh, gather it in your fingers, and you're going to take it, and we're going to be using the middle 2 wires. So you can either use a zip tie or a pipe cleaner to secure your mesh to your wreath form. Just make sure you get it nice and tight. And then we're going to start making bubbles. We're going to make 6-inch bubbles. So you're going to secure each bubble with the pipe cleaner that you cut in half. So you're going to wrap the pipe cleaner around the 2nd and 3rd wire, go to the back, give the pipe cleaner a few twists, and fold the pipe cleaner down. And you'll want to fluff your bubble and push it forward. Same steps. Slide your hand down your deco mesh about 6 inches, make a bubble. Then you're going to take a pipe cleaner, wrap it around those 2 middle wires, go to the back and give the pipe cleaners a few twists. And then once you have it attached, turn it back to the front, and I like to fluff my loops or bubbles and then push them forward each time. You will want to make your bubbles the same size each time, so if you need to pull out a ruler and measure, go ahead and measure. Try to make them about 6-inch bubbles the entire way around the wreath. So it's very simple. You're just doing the same steps until you get the wreath nice and full. Now each wreath ring has sections, and so each section I like to get 10 or 11 bubbles. I have one section complete. Now it takes about 1 roll of mesh per section when you make 10 or 11 bubbles in each section. When you get to the end of your roll, after you secure it with the pipe cleaner, your last bubble, take the end of it, push it through to the back, then just secure it with one of the other pipe cleaners. And that way it's tucked away and out of your way. Same steps to attach a new roll. Gather your deco mesh or your mesh in your hand. Then you're going to take a pipe cleaner or a zip tie and just secure your pipe cleaner around those 2 middle wires. Go to the back and give the pipe cleaners a few twists. Now it will take almost completely 7 rolls of this mesh if you do it the same way that I did mine. 6-inch bubbles, 10 or 11 bubbles per section, and I just had a tiny bit left on the 7th roll of my mesh. I purchased 8 rolls of this mesh because I wanted to make sure that I would have enough. So, if you want yours fuller than mine, you might want to get 8 rolls instead of 7. And on this wreath, what I did was I took my bubbles and I would pull like one of the loops to the right, one to the left. So if I pulled one to the right, the next time I pulled one to the left, one to the right, one to the left to kind of separate my bubbles, and it made it a lot fuller and fluffier doing it this way. You can do this same process. It's called the bubble method with the regular deco mesh that's 6-inch from Dollar Tree if you cannot find this snowy mesh. The mesh I am using also comes in light pink, hot pink, and red, so 3 colors. So it's very important after you make your bubbles to push them forward to kind of check and make sure each section is full enough. So 10 or 11 bubbles per section, and separate your bubbles. Pull one to the left, one to the right, one to the left, one to the right. Make sure as you go you're fluffing your loops so that it's nice and full. You could spray paint your wreath form the same color as your deco mesh if you want to, and also it looks better if you use the same color pipe cleaners as your mesh. I couldn't find any red ones, so I had to use silver pipe cleaners, and this is the way it looks when I have almost completely used 7 rolls of mesh on this wreath. Next, I'm going to tie a bow, and the ribbon I am using is 1.5-inch width ribbon with wire, and I purchased this Valentine's Day ribbon at Walmart. Let out a tail, make a loop, keep it pinched tightly in your left hand, go to the other side, make another loop about the same size as your first loop, keep it pinched tightly in your hand, go back to the other side, check to make sure your loops are about the same size each time, and just go back and forth, trying to make sure the loops are the same size on each side until you get the bow the size you want. Then let out a tail, and you'll want to take some floral wire and wrap it tightly around the center of your bow. Give it a few twists, leave your wires long. To dovetail the ends, fold your ribbon in half with the edges to the left side. Go the folded side, cut away from the fold, and that makes a pretty V on the ends. Then fluff the loops on your bow. Now you're ready to put it on your wreath. So you're going to take the wires, thread them through the mesh. Take your time and push those wires through the mesh. Don't go around it, thread the wires through the mesh. Then go to the back of the wreath, give the wires a few twists, and then fold them down, cut them off and fold them down. Make sure you fluff the loops of your bow, and this is how it looks with a pretty bow on it. Next, I cut some ribbon tails at 10 inches. Make sure you dovetail each side of your ribbon tails. That just kind of dresses up the ends. You could just do a scissor cut if you prefer. So you're going to cut your ribbon tails at 10 inches, take 2 strips, stack one on top of the other, pinch it in the center. Then you'll want to take a full pipe cleaner, wrap it around the center, give it a few twists. Then you're going to space them out on your wreath. So skip a little ways, separate your bubbles, find the wreath form, thread the little pipe cleaner through, go to the back, twist those pipe cleaners and fold them down. Now in the end, you can go back and trim your pipe cleaners and your wires shorter and kind of make your back of your wreath look cleaner too. So here I'm just cutting some more tails. So I just spaced out my tails, and I only did 2 ribbons in each little tail or bundle. You can use this method to make your wreath for any season or holiday. I'm just making mine for Valentine's Day, and right now Dollar Tree has a lot of pretty ribbon and deco mesh and decorations out right now. So if you haven't been to Dollar Tree lately, you might want to stop by soon, because usually this stuff sells out quickly. And this ribbon did come from Walmart, but Dollar Tree has some very pretty ribbon out right now. I did take a Walmart Valentine's Day shop with me and a Dollar Tree Valentine's Day shop with me video, so I will upload those 2 videos for you soon. So this is how it looks with the bow and the bundles of ribbon. And then I went back and I added some of the red heart picks, the glitter picks from Dollar Tree, and I just pulled them right off the little wooden pick. And so next I'm just going to hot glue the little hearts to the center of my little bundles. Be very careful when you're using your hot glue. And then I'll let the hearts dry. And that's it, guys. Now my wreath is ready to hang on the door. So you'll have to let me know if you decorate for Valentine's Day. And if you make this wreath, I would love to see it. I am on Instagram at Keeping It Simple Crafts. So if you don't mind, tag me.